What's up, everybody? Thanks for joining us for episode 2 of Storytime with Devin. All right, welcome, everybody. Thanks for joining us for episode 2 of Storytime with Devin. And we now have our co-host, Zach Spooner. So everybody, you can welcome him. If any of you know Spoon's a good friend of mine, a longtime friend of mine. And it just so happened the opportunity fell in that we could, do this together. And honestly, there's nobody else in the world I'd rather do this with. And it's been a great time for me, good learning curve. But we're happy to have him. And he's meant a lot to me. And going throughout life, he's always been there for me. And he's here for me now, so that's super appreciated. Thanks, Zach. Zach, you want to go ahead and tell us a little bit, just a 20-second soundbite of kind of who you are, what you do, where you're at in life?
Well, thanks for that introduction, Devin. I hope I can do you justice.
We'll see.
So I'm also in college, like Devin. I go to the University of Mississippi right now. I'm studying engineering and Chinese, and basically that's honestly it right now. Devin came to me with this amazing opportunity, and now I'm here.
All right, guys. Yeah, so thanks, Zach, for telling us that, and we're happy that you're here, man. I appreciate you taking time, one, to do this, but also to spend time here and talk about these things with us. So if you guys are new to the show, I know this is episode 2 yet again. If you're new to the show, I just want to explain what we're doing here and the whole purpose of why we're here. And really what we're doing is unboxing the behind-the-scenes realities of what a family-owned, family-operated small business looks like. I've been in it all my life for, over 9 years now. I've been a businessman, and I love entrepreneurship. I love the game of marketing, everything of that nature. And for most of that, I've dragged Zach along with me, so he's pretty aware. And I think it'll be a lot of good conversation that can come up in it. And we're looking forward to it. We've had a heck of an adventure so far. We spent about 4 hours into this already. We spent about 4 hours now attempting just to set up the camera and mics. For whatever reason, and we will make another YouTube video about this for all the mic users. If you ever tried to set up a podcast and you've had this problem, for whatever reason, we just had ridiculous problems last night. Here we have 2 tech guys. I'm not so much of a hardware guy. Zach is more of a hardware dude. I'm pretty much all software, but we both combine and we mesh and make a great team, fighting both, what we need to do. Neither one of us had a clue. Zach was completely lost. I could tell he was getting frustrated, I assume.
Oh, you don't need to assume.
Me, I was like, Zach, you're about to witness, Devin unloading. It was extremely frustrating. Nonetheless, we're here. We made it. We're starting small. We're wiping off the bugs. We're cleaning it up. And this is it, guys. We're scrappy. We're ghetto. We're just making it through. We're doing what we can to make it happen. So it's the best we got. I think I look good right now. I don't know. We're hoping that the cameras are autofocused. We're hoping that we're not blurry because that would blow. But we also hope that we're recording too. We got 2 separate mics running, aggregating into one. But yeah, I think I look good. I don't know if you guys noticed. I got a haircut today. It's the first haircut I've had in probably 3-4 weeks or more. I actually got it from Goldmine Barbershop. For those of you out there who are guys, especially, mainly who go into barbershops, Goldmine Barbershop. Zach, have you heard of it?
I honestly haven't.
Yeah, it's a new barbershop. It's it's down there on Main Street. What's it by? Oh, like the music shop? Like the music center? Quincy Music Center or whatever? That's where it's by. Nonetheless, if you ever need a haircut from somebody, I know you go to Great Clips or whatever, I guess. I forget. For me, I've struggled with it for a while here in Quincy. There's 0 barbershops, and then the couple that there were or that intermittently popped up, they always, I explained to you, it sucked. and it's just you can never get a good cut. Matt, I believe is his name. Matt and Liz is his wife. A couple from California moved here. Great people. He's a great dude. I was talking to him, traditional barbershop feel. He was telling me boycotting California because of the whole COVID thing right now. It was really straining his business. And so he had 3 barbershops, and now he's got one there still open illegally currently, but he's got the one here, obviously. So, yeah. I mean, what a jump from California to Quincy, Illinois. It was intriguing to me, but seemed to have a redeeming story. But interestingly enough, he said that the housing costs here are like the main motive of why he moved from here to Illinois. Yeah.
The housing costs?
Housing cost, right? We're talking, I mean, it's only a difference of, he said like, in California, he said like the broken down, dilapidated places that we would have here are like $4 million there. And he's like, they're like garbage. That's
insane.
Yeah. I mean, so he's like, that is literally the main reason. He's like, when we found our house, saw it, and he's like, I said to my wife, I was like, oh, it looks like it's missing a couple zeros. And he's like, we drove here, bought it, and living here ever since. So, but anyway, point is, guys, go check him out. He seemed like a nice guy, and he did some good work. So I'm happy to have him here. Zach, I'm sure you're happy to have him here. But
yeah, I'll definitely need to check him out.
Yeah. So yeah. And guys, when this is releasing, this should be releasing Tuesday. But at the date of this release, it's Christmas week, guys. It's Christmas week. So I don't know what that means for y'all, but for me, that's pretty big. I love Christmas time. I don't know about you, Zach. My favorite holiday.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah. Favorite holiday of the year. Solid time. Very enjoyable. And it's really like pretty much best time of the year. But yeah, we're wrapping up. We're wrapping up 2020. We're hitting 2021 right on the nose. I love Christmas time because it's always just like, it's time to slow down a little bit. I guess it's because we always take a break up here at the restaurant. Eventually, it's a time to like tap the brakes. It's like a reset. It's, the new year ending, the old year ending, new year starting. We take a break up here, work stops, the whole thing. So, what's it like for you, man? What's it like for you?
For me, we always, same thing, like slow down. My parents usually get Christmas Eve, Christmas Day off.
Yeah.
And we usually go visit like my mom's family, have like a get together. Not happening this year, unfortunately.
Right. What are you guys doing?
What?
What are you guys doing for Christmas?
This year we're just staying home, celebrating together. Unfortunately, my aunt can't come this year, but it's gonna be good. Like we have each other. Like got Christmas set up.
Yeah.
So.
Just you and your family?
Yeah, it's just gonna be us 5.
Small Christmas. Yeah. Yeah. So.
Yeah. What about you?
Yeah, dude. I mean, it's always chaotic for us. I'm gonna talk about that in a minute too. It's always chaotic. Christmas time is just like busy time of the year. Restaurants slammed. Scheduling. Travel ends up happening. We end up traveling. So, for anybody that's traveling, you know how it is. Like, you go, like, your mom's, like, harassing you. It's like, you got to get packed. And it's like, Mom, we got a week. And then also, for us, we just, like, don't have the time anymore. And so, we're shot all the time. I'm dealing with, like, Chloe and Ellie and Autumn, all the puppies at home. You'd be surprised how much work that keeps adding to our schedule. But it's good, man. It's good. We're pumping out tons of Christmas orders today. The day of this recording, especially, I know we will be. We're pumping out tons of orders. We got business orders, catering orders, you name it, we got it. We've catered to numerous companies this week, and we have a huge order tomorrow, again in the morning. All about this 11 o'clock time. It's crazy because we gotta that's another thing is like figuring out how to master all this stuff and get it all timing and operational and stuff like that. You just got to be able to do it, and it's chaotic. So, but we're going to be pumping out a ton of orders. If you order food, please let us know how it is. I'd love to hear your opinion and just honestly how it went. Hopefully your Christmas goes good. We'll be dropping those. We'll be dropping those out all next week and even this weekend. So what I'd like to do today, honestly, it's Christmas time. I'd like to talk about a few things or a plethora of things. Overall, an arching topic of a few things, right? We're gonna have some fun. We're gonna have some fun with a couple Christmas stories. I think Zach, I really just want to talk about Christmas because I like Christmas. Period. I just like Christmas. So, man, it's a good time. When I was a kid, like, this used to be it, man. Because, like, I used to ask for, like, motorbikes and crap. I don't know about you or whatever you were asking for, but if I could get the thought of waking up on a Christmas morning, like, and getting a motorbike, floored, man. Like, floored me, honestly. I woke up, this happened a few times. I think 3, maybe. I got 3 different times I got, like, motorbike on Christmas. What was your big gift? I mean, what was you getting?
My big gift, got a DS.
Yeah.
That was exciting. And then when we got a Wii, that was really fun. We ended up actually playing Wii Sports, like, for a bunch of Christmas Day.
I remember
that was
that, man.
so much fun. I killed it in ping pong.
I remember it, dog. I remember it. That's hilarious you say that. We got a Wii. Well, it's actually my mom got a Wii for her birthday, but I remember having we got a GameCube one year, all of us kids. I don't know, who knows what year it was, but, like, when they first got popular and crap, or maybe it wasn't, who knows, but, like, Mario Party 8, maybe. No, that's not it. Mario Party 8's new, isn't it?
I think it is.
I have no clue, guys.
Mario Party DS.
Yo, if y'all know out there, drop it in the comments or something. Like, I don't know. Mario Party, maybe it was the OG. That's way back.
It might have been.
That's way back. But maybe it was. Anyway, OG Mario Party came out, or whatever it was, and let me tell you, that blew all of our minds, because we were like, holy crap, it's like Monopoly, but, like, on the GameCube, and, like, yeah, I remember us all just sitting down. It's, there's 5 of us kids, and so it blew our minds. We didn't have anything like it before that. Yeah, Christmas time's good, man. It's good. I woke up a couple times, and I just remember, like, trying to sneak out. I got less and less, like, eager to get out when I was a kid, but, man, because of the way our house is set up and it's small, it was just always like, God, think Santa Claus is coming right at, like, and you're like, man, I could catch him. Sometimes you hear, like, some dang like, one night, I swear to God, my brother and I, this is when we were sharing a room, my brother Alex and I swear to God, we heard, like, Santa's bells freaking riding away in the sky. I don't know how to describe it. After that, I was convinced Santa was real. Yeah, like, no doubt. After that, I was convinced. When did you stop?
When did I stop? When did I know Santa wasn't real?
What, have you stopped? Have you stopped?
Oh, no. Actually, in my 7th grade class, we had to read a whole poem on how the lack of belief in Santa Claus.
Wait a minute. 7th grade?
No, my teacher had to ask every single student if they still believed in Santa Claus.
Oh,
It's a very interesting conversation, I feel like, for some people.
I don't think that might... dang, dude.
No, I knew it before that, fortunately, but, like...
Yeah. It's a hard way to get broken into, man.
Yeah.
It's a hard way to get broken. Yeah, anyway, I don't know. I can't remember, really.
I'm trying to remember. It was sometime in Baldwin.
Yeah, I think same with me. I mean, looking back, my mom was like, you gotta believe, just kind of like you believe in God. And I was like, oh, wait a minute. Like, looking back now, I'm like, that might be a problem. But, it's what it is, guys. And hopefully, if you're still out there and you believe in Santa Claus, hit me up. Like, we can have this conversation. I'd hate to be the one, but I'm always interested. So, I will say, I don't know if I told you this before, Zach. This is a solid story. So when Christmas time comes, we always get so busy, but when we started the restaurant, we finally ended up going to Arizona to see my mom's brother she's never seen before. And the first year, or maybe it was second or third year we went, there's a couple routes you can go to Arizona from here. You can go down through the Texas way. Oh, I guess you go Texas either way. But you can go down like the Missouri, Oklahoma way, or you can go the Kansas way. And let me tell you, for whatever reason, we decided, let's try the Kansas way this year. I mean, it's valid reasoning, you know. Worst decision of my life. Like, it was worst decision of our life, man. My dad, I've never seen a state so long. I'm going to just say that. Like, I went to bed that night we're in the car. We used to drive all night because we didn't like to spend time. We like to get places, you know. Like, the faster you can get there, the faster you're on vacation. That's what we believed. And so we would drive all night, drive all morning, whatever we had to do. I fell asleep that night after this event happened. Maybe 12, 1 o'clock in the morning, something like that, 2 o'clock in the morning. We woke up at 7, dude. And I know that's only like 5 to 7 hours. But I woke up at like 7. I remember pulling up to a Love's gas station. And I was just like seeing corn all around us. And freaking Kansas. Like, if you've ever been to Kansas, you know exactly what I'm talking about. But like, I remember just seeing corn all around us. And I was just like, God, dude, like, what is this? And I asked my parents, I was like, yo, where are we at? You know, like, I'm sitting in the back, I'm like 12, 13 at the time, 14 at the time. And they're like, my dad was like, yeah, we're still in Kansas. And I was like, what? Like, are you kidding me right now? Like, still in Kansas, dog? Come on. Worst decision of my life. But essentially what happened, guys, was this is when we still had our Tahoe. And I mean, we're riding 7 deep, guys. Our family was a family of 7. And we're riding 7 deep in the Tahoe. It's late at night. It's cold. I think it was Christmas, the day following, the night of Christmas, I believe it was. So it was 2 o'clock in the morning on the 26th. 1 o'clock in the morning, sometime stupid late. It's dark out. It's cold. It's crispy cold, right? And we're just riding down the road. And I remember waking up at one point. I think I was dozing off. But I remember waking up and, you know, my dad's always driving, and he does a solid job at driving, but he's always a driver usually. And I remember he was like, straight up, he was tense. He was tense, man. Like, this man, I'd never seen him so tense. He was just like, yeah. Like, he was like, the gas gauge was low, man. Like, and for those of you who don't know, like, I'm going to tell you right now, there is virtually no gas stations across the state of Kansas. If you're going through, fill up. Because it's going to be 200 miles before you get to the next. Like, come on. Like, we're driving along, and I just remember him, like, trying to figure out where the next gas station was. And he's, like, crimping the wheel a little bit tight. And, you know, he likes to push things to the limit. But this, you could tell this was, like, we might be walking in the middle of the night in the interstate on the highway of freaking middle of nowhere, Kansas. So, nonetheless, we ended up creeping to the gas station. I mean, my dad, like, you feel like the rush. You know how a rush just, like, comes out of you. Yeah, I remember that distinctly, man. It was brutal. Brutal. We were all nervous after that. But we got gas. We were good. My dad said he would try not to ride it that low again, but, you know, it is what it is, right? We all go through those kind of stories. I'm sure we all kind of explore those crazy, wild ideas one day.
I know exactly that feeling. I did the same exact thing. I visited you in Birmingham, and I'm like, you know what? I don't really want to get gas in Birmingham because it's more expensive.
It's dangerous, dog. It's dangerous.
And I'm like, you know, I made it here on just over half a tank, and then I made the decision to drive around a little.
Nah. Wait. So you went all the way down to Birmingham?
No, this was like from Oxford.
Yeah, but you went from Oxford to Birmingham, and then you left from Birmingham back to Oxford trying to be on the same tank?
Yeah.
Oh, man, those Toyotas don't run that lean, son.
It was exciting.
Did you make it back? One trip?
Yeah. Yeah, it was down to the wire. Like, First gas station, they overpriced. It didn't matter. I had to get to that first gas station in Oxford. It didn't matter. They charged 40 cents more per gallon.
Jesus, dude, 40 cents. That's a hit, man. That is a stab in the face. Yeah, dude.
I only got 1 gallon from them, but
dang. Yeah. Yeah, it's just that 1 gallon to get you to the next, man. I've been there. Dude, one of the things, okay, for all, like, one thing I figured out, I didn't realize that the positioning of gas station really matter until I went to college and I drove myself.
Oh, same.
When, like, you're on the road by yourself and you're trying to, like, I'm trying to be a safe driver and not be on my phone. Like, I'll admit, I'm the first one that's guilty of texting people back while I'm driving or whatever. I'm sure we've all done it, maybe not.
Yeah.
And if you haven't, props to you, okay? But when it comes to finding a gas station with the cheapest price at the closest distance, that's some real math right there. Like, you got to hop on Gas Buddy or whatever, and you're, like, trying to sort through these, and you're moving at 80 miles an hour. You're trying to drive. You're trying to, like, okay, can I get to a Sam's Club? Can I get to this? Can I get, like, this one's cheaper. This one's more miles away. I don't want to be on. Dude, I mean, like, when I went back down this semester, or this first time again, I went with Jaime, actually, and we go down there. We went the Memphis route, and let me tell you, dude, I thought I was gonna. My parents were just like, "Yeah, you should be able to make it." And you get on the other side. We usually get gas in like Arkansas or something. I think we didn't get gas. Like, I was out of gas so bad. I was like, I can't make it across, and I was like, I don't know when the next gas station is. So I had to stop in Mississippi. It was like the corner of Mississippi. This broken down, dilapidated, washed up Citgo, overcharging, overpriced, so bad that, like, their credit card machine readers were still like the little bar, like the, like, I don't know, what do you call those, like 4-bit freaking reading electro.
Oh, yeah.
Like the little things that just flash coming by, that flash the message.
That's Memphis.
Yeah.
Same thing, except going down from Illinois to Memphis, like just before we entered like West Memphis.
Dang. That's
dangerous. So
yeah.
dilapidated. Like,
oh, man.
We like get last gas station before West Memphis.
Yeah, dude. I mean, and that's risky roads over there, man. That's risky roads. Let me tell you, if you guys are ever traveling through there, put your guards on because you might lose your car from the road being so bad, and you might run out of gas. You might just have to leave it there.
Keep your route on because they don't know how to mark at all. They don't know how to mark roads.
Son, it was bad. I'm pretty sure, like, the road that we always travel through that goes right into Mississippi or whatever the case is, it's, like, straight, like, there's nothing on the road. It's the worst roads I've ever driven on. It makes no sense. It makes absolutely no sense, man.
Yeah, then merging to Mississippi, you got to slow down to, like, 20 and immediately speed back up to 60 in the course of, like, I don't know, an eighth of a mile.
Yeah. It's no better than Alabama. Anyway, point is, guys, I thought Illinois roads were bad, and I really still stick by that answer. But after being in Alabama and my car, like, my parents bought me, like, rims for my birthday last spring when I turned 20. And no more than 8 months later, my rims are all warped now. Brand new aluminum rims are all warped because of the freaking roads in Alabama. So there's some bad roads out there, and I think our tax dollars are getting wasted, to say the least. So anyway, I guess that's not so much about Christmas as it is anything else. But guys, Christmas is a good time. I truly, truly do hope that you guys can find some joys in the next week as you go through the Christmas week. And if it's down, if it's sad for you, I'm really sorry to hear that. Reach out. I'd love to talk to you. DM me. DM Zach Spooner, Zachary Spooner 18. I don't know what your Instagram is or anything, but feel free to say it.
Zachary.Spooner.
Zachary.Spooner. Reach out to any of us. We'd be happy to talk to you. I know I can't imagine, actually, the hardship that is to go through alone on Christmas. So, we're here. But it's a good point. Talking about Christmas, Christmas season coming up, I want to talk about the realities of small business time, or small businesses for Christmas time. You know, there's a lot of businesses in this town that are staying. Some of the businesses are staying open for Christmas. You always got the debate and the battle, and believe me, every business goes through this. And whether, the good ones or bad ones, whatever the case might be. But it's always a decision you got to make. Are we going to stay open? Are we not going to stay open? Like, what are we going to do, For us, we've never been open on Christmas or Thanksgiving or anything like that. We're too much of a family. And you just can't do it. Like, we actually, if you guys are confused, we actually operate this place on a daily basis. Like, if I'm not here, my brother's here. If he's not here, my parents are here, and and even if none of us are here, it would be somebody like Connor. Connor's still literally part of the family. So, but anyway, he's gotten good enough at this point where he's really stepping up lately. So he's doing well, and so we are very close attention to detail. So if anything ever goes wrong, it's us, right? And we're always paying attention to it. That's why we're always trying to build and get better. But yeah, for us growing up, my parents always tried to give. I'm sure this is the same for you. But my parents always tried to give us everything they could. And it was always them literally breaking their backs, selling crap, working stupid amounts of hours. I'm sure all the realities of everybody in our audience right now, just killing themselves trying to make it happen. It's tough times. How many hours is your dad killing himself? Does he work any extra hours over the holidays, or is he usually slower or busier?
My dad probably a little busier on the holidays. It's usually my mom that really a lot of people over the holidays with traveling, boarding pets, all that.
It's true. They got to get shots and crap, right?
Yeah, they got to get shots. Some people got to board their pets. It's just a lot of stuff.
Yeah. We got to actually, figure out a situation for Chloe when we go down to the Smoky Mountains. Now we got to take 2 dogs. So now we got Allie and we got Autumn, and it's gonna be an adventure. But since the restaurant's origin, the holidays pretty much totally changed for us. The whole thing completely derailed. And that's pretty much what a small business is. Screws up your life. Screws the whole time. Small business screws your life, It's great. I love it. But it will, if you're not prepared to be able to set aside everything, don't even bother. Because it just won't happen. So it really changed the way that we did anything. Our holidays got a lot busier. It got to the point where we gotten so busy that, we don't do virtually anything outside of this. We're working. Business doesn't stop when we close the doors at 8 o'clock or whatever time it is. It doesn't start when we open at 11. Business starts nonstop since the day we was open and hasn't stopped yet. But holiday time, we're working up until the day of Christmas. Occasionally, I was even here on Thanksgiving Day putting out an order for this guy who, he special needed an order for Thanksgiving Day. And it's kind of hard to turn down money when you're a small business. The margins aren't there you're in corporate. You can't just let it go and just be fine. So, I ended up taking out an order for today or that day. And 10 o'clock in the morning on Thanksgiving, guess who was here? Me. And, my dad was here before me. And it's we try and limit that as much as possible, but not everything can happen, So, it is what it is. But there's no time to slow down. We usually plan to travel, which most people do. And it's, as you guys know, like I said earlier, it's stress central. It's stress city. Just the amount of crap that adds onto it. The house has got to be clean. Everything's got to be straightened up. The New Year, Christmas trees got to be taken down. I'm just going through the list of what I got to do in the next week. So there's not even time to get our heads on straight before Christmas, let alone traveling. And that's the reality of the small business, guys. We don't have Christmas dinner so that you can. And we changed our holiday schedule so that we could change your days. And that's the whole point of what we do here. We're out in the business of trying to make people's days better. And since we started doing that, we realized we take the consequence of it, which is the sacrifice, which is always being there. It's just like every night. Most people don't even think about this, but like having your normal dinner time at 5, 6, 7 o'clock, whenever you might eat dinner. I don't know when you guys eat dinner, but like whatever your normal dinner time is, like we haven't had that in almost 9 years. It's just like not like who's gonna do that? Like, what are we gonna stop? Hey guys, we're gonna like take a break. Like let me go eat dinner with my family real quick. We'll be back at 6. Catch us at 6. Okay. Well, I know you ordered your hot link at 5:15, but that was right when I was just like, give me like 20 minutes, dog. So, yeah, I mean, I think that's overlooked, and I don't mean this is nothing to be sad story about. I'm just telling you guys how the realities are because, maybe you don't know, and I'm trying to just, like, expose some realities. I imagine this is the same for a lot of businesses. A lot of small businesses that the owners are actually there working. Now, some businesses where the owner just steps out and he's got a hand in it, he's not doing anything, they don't do much. They just wash their hands of it clean, and they go on, right? And they do whatever the flip they want. Well, that's cool. But, yeah, I mean, we haven't done anything. And so it's not just our holidays. It's not our Memorial Day. It's not our Christmas Eve, our Christmas Day. It's every birthday, every holiday, every Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's, always. All the time, stress central, 24/7, and not to mention, all the messages we get about things, Facebook, the whole thing, man. So, it's crazy. But what's it like for you guys?
For me, for us, obviously, like my parents, they don't own their own business, so it's definitely different. Like, they're able to, their job gives them usually Christmas Eve, Christmas Day off. So,
yeah,
like, we have the time. Usually, like, we do plan like a family vacation around like, in January. That happens a lot. But, like, I don't know. Christmas is more of like a time where, like, we visit relatives. We, just enjoy having time together.
Yeah. Yeah.
So.
Yeah, what do you guys do anything for Christmas? What is there to do in Christmas or in Quincy for Christmas?
What we do is usually my aunt and my uncle, they always come over. We just like open gifts together and just
Oh yeah, just family time stuff.
Yeah, it's just family time. Like we don't leave the house, honestly. Like we just like we have Christmas dinner, everyone helps out with that, like, setting that up. But
the holidays in general around here. And if you're listening, feel free to do this. But actually, this year we went to the Avenue Lights. Probably first time in a couple of years.
Oh, that was we used to always do that.
Yeah, did you go this year?
I've actually not gone this year.
Yeah, it's not bad. Since they reopened it, I think they raised the prices or whatever. But props to them for doing so. It's good for what it is, and we went through and they changed up a bunch of stuff, a lot of new lights, a lot of new decoration. And these lights look expensive. Like, these lights are like moving 3D and crap. So a lot of expensive looking LED lights. Props to you guys who started that, and mad respect. And that was honestly the first. There's like a lot of stuff in Quincy I wish could be better, and like that was one of the things I was like, wow. We actually did something not bad, like it was decent. So, yeah, props to y'all. Keep it up. Yeah, like ice skating. Like, why don't we have that here?
Yeah, we had that plastic temporarily down by the river.
Plastic?
Did you not know about that? Yeah, we had it was like ice skating, like it was like real like boots, but it was a piece of like white plastic.
Oh my God, that just sent chills through my entire body. Jesus,
It was back when we were in high school, so like I don't know, 2016 2018 maybe. I'm throwing out a date here, like you guys may know. But I think it was here for like 1-2 years.
Was it like cutting the plastic then? Like,
Yeah, I was cutting the. I mean, that's what the ice skates.
Oh my
They cut the
God.
ice, but instead they cut the plastic.
dude, how does that even work? Like, how do you smooth out the plastic like with an ice?
I guess they just replaced it. I honestly don't
Holy
know.
crap! No wonder. Dude, that's a wild design. I've never
It
seen
was
that.
interesting. I mean, they had that at Ole Miss to celebrate too.
Really?
They just like covered with a thin sheet of ice there, which they didn't do here, and everyone constantly fell.
I've been ice skating once, and it was when we went to the Smoky Mountains a few years back now, probably about 16, probably 2016, 17. Went to the Smoky Mountains, and I was with my sister, and my sister and I decided we would both go because it was like, oh, this is gonna be fun, first time for both of us. I go through the line, and I'm like approaching it, and I see all these, like, there's tons of freaking people, and which blows my mind now. Like, I just thought about that. It's like, wow, there's tons of people. Like, that was pre-COVID, guys. Like, pre-COVID, just remember there could be groups of people. Like, it blows my mind to think about, like, a school setting and, like, oh, man, we were all standing in the same room together. Like, that's so disgusting. You know, like, think about all the germs that could be spreading. It's insane. But, yeah, we were up there. It's like an over Gatlinburg, if you guys know where that is. And we were up there on the, paid for the ice skating. I'm in line. I'm watching the people come in. I'm like, man, it's a lot of people. Looks kind of nasty. Like the shoes did, at least. They looked a little wet, you know. I finally get up there, and like I had to rent skates. Otherwise, the alternative was for me to buy skates. And I was like, first time, I don't even know if I can do this. Like, I thought it was going to be like some magical skills, right? So first time doing it, and frickin' I get up there, and sure enough, I get size 14 because it's just like hard as crap to find. But I get size 14, and if any of you guys have been to Scotty's before, you know what I'm talking about when they like take the old generic discount, you know, when they the disinfectant spray they spray in the boots, right? And like they do this at all bowling alleys, skating rinks, all this crap. That's what they had. Right, so he hands me the skates. He's like, you know, like he does the old 2-squirt, and I was just like, oh, okay, all right, cool. So then I take the skates in my hand, like I was like, whoa, holy frick, like these skates were no less than 20 pounds. I'm not kidding, sopping wet, soaking in water, and man, let me tell you, I've never put anything more wet on my feet in my life. Like most wet things I've ever put on my feet.
The advantage of only having plastic skates, they aren't very wet.
Plastic skates?
Well, sorry. It was the ice being plastic.
Oh.
The skates were not wet.
Dude, I mean, like when I'm talking wet, I'm talking like the amount of grossness that it would like obtain right there. It was wet, and it was like from ice. It also felt like it was from sweat and like just like mildew, and I was like, what is good? And it was cold, and it was just like, it was like, you knew it was cold, right? It's ice skating, but they were hot, you know, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they weren't hot when I necessarily got them. They were a little bit warm. I can't remember who, but like when they got warm because of my feet, it was like, you know, it was just, God. If you're listening, just please, like, think about that. Like, I can't believe I even proceeded to go there because of, like, the amount of athletes' feet, like, you could have gotten. Unbelievable. Unreal. But, yeah, what is there to do in Quincy for Christmas?
Yeah, I mean, my family, like, well, sometimes, like, when the Avenue of Lights is gone, we drive up to Washington Park, like, drive around that a couple times, and that was a big... But like,
wild times here in Quincy.
I mean, because that was always our tradition. Like, we go up, you know, in the car, like, pets in tow, too. Go see, you know, get all the blankets and everything. Go see Avenue of Lights. Yeah.
You know, it's what it is, man. And, we have a bunch of different things we used to do, too. Usually we're too tired to do anything because the restaurant industry just kills us. So by the time we get to Christmas and even there before, I mean, it's all shot. Good times. Love the Christmas season. business is good. Business feels good. When you're running like a well-oiled machine, that's when your business is the best. And that's what like is doing real well for us right now. We're running like a super well-oiled machine. I'm building out super new technologies, things to always make it happen better. It's been pretty awesome. So, yeah. A couple things. Speaking of that, because the restaurant industry has derailed us from our typical Christmas traditions, we actually did a small version of Christmas list this past Sunday, or I guess, yeah, like this past Sunday we did it because we're gonna leave and it just doesn't work out in the schedule, so we can't take everything to where we're going, and needless to say, it doesn't work. So, yeah, we did it, and we opened up some gifts, and both of my brothers were there, and then we were, just doing that stuff, and we'll have another version of Christmas, but that's just a part of it. Anyway, one of the things I got for Christmas was a Camp Chef smoker. Being in Alabama, one of the things I wanted was something to be able to barbecue with. I mean, no shock, guys. I kind of do tend to, play around in this stuff a little bit in my free time. So yeah, I was wanting a smoker down there, and like, guys, if you look around online, like pellet smokers, especially right now, like insane prices. We're talking, $8,000, $800 to $1,000, and it's like, is it really that worth it? Like, especially because we've got 2 pellet smokers now. I don't know if y'all remember. It's been almost a year since you've been in here, but we've got the Pig Traeger smoker, and I mean that thing is an arm and a leg, literally. And the performance on it, honestly, we don't like it that much. And we've got a Pit Boss at home, and it's nice. It's cheaper than the Traegers, but still, arm and a leg. Maybe it's just an arm, but performance on it too is just. We're still playing around with them, but they're just not as good as it could be. Anyway, we got this. They got me this Camp Chef Smoke Vault, and so if you guys have seen it, it is bigger than it looks online, which is really nice because you can fit quite a bit into it. I can fit a few shelves in it, so good for like long cooks, brisket, stuff like that. It's propane fueled, which is good and bad, just for the simple fact of like at the apartment, right? That's the struggle. Is it they only allow quote unquote propane grills. Technically, this is a smoker, and it can be a grill. It's propane or it's gas. You know what I mean? It's gas, so like even though it's a smoker, so it's like it's going to cause a bunch of smoke. I think that I'm bypassing the rules, like in slipping right through that crack right there. So, anyway, it's gonna be fun to play around with. And shout out to David on Facebook. He asked a question. Let me pull it up here. When I posted the first Storytime with Devin video, he asked a question. I'll put it up here too. But if you did a YouTube channel that was grilling smoking tips with smoker grill accessories reviews, I would subscribe instantly, just throwing that out there. Great question, David. And actually, this is what I did way back 2.5 years ago, 3 years ago when I first started this journey. I was doing more tips and things like that. Not at all opposed to it, and I am totally all about it. You guys will hear those tips come in here quite frequently, probably in just the nature of me talking to you about them. But feel free to ask anything. I'll try and answer it to the best of my ability. I'd love to help you guys out in any way. So, David, thanks again for asking that question. And also, I'd just like to say thanks for all the people commenting on my socials, on our business social, and everything like that. I've got Gene, Minky Morrison, really appreciate your kindness, and Trent and Paul, really appreciate that kindness as well, and Dan Shirley. We're starting this from the beginning. Like I said, it's very young, it's very new. We're doing the best we can now, so we're having a good time at it. But yeah, do you guys have any kind of grill at your house?
Yeah, we do have a grill. It's dual, like it's charcoal and propane. Like it lights.
Oh, okay.
Lights with the gas, but it like
Dude,
that lights the charcoal with the gas.
the sales pitch for that, man, like, that still gets me. Like, I don't know what it is. It's just like, I've always seen those at the store, and I've always just been like, man, yeah, like, I don't know what it is. It's just like, you can have the best of both worlds, you know? But,
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah. Yeah, we switched more up to gas grills at home more lately just because it's like always up here. You don't have the time at home anymore. It used to be a sin to cook on gas, and now it's all we do. It's just efficiency, right?
Yeah, that's what we used to have, only gas, and then that was like, I'm present. I think my dad got it 1 year. So I don't know. It's been so long. I don't remember exactly how we got it, but
yeah.
Then we got it, so it was charcoal and gas.
Yeah. And David, just for so like guys, what this Camp Chef is, I haven't played around with it too much, but it is, again, I'll say it again, the Camp Chef Smoke Vault. Check it out. It actually looks pretty dope. It's got a lot of shiny things on it. I like shiny things, as in like, I don't know, not money or anything. I could give a crap less, but like I like chrome, things like that. A lot of detail on whatever, and it looks good. Is what I'm saying. Got good presentation. It's a sturdy grill. It's pretty thick metal. It's like 1/8 inch steel, which is solid for that thin of a smoker. And it's propane. Wood. It's got a wood chip plate. It's sort of it's direct, but it's got water pan and stuff, so it's indirect. And so you can put pellets, you can put wood chips, you got your water pan to add moisture. It's going to be interesting. I put it out in the cold. I had to have it up on high. Wind was blowing like crazy. Trying to figure out the hot spots, and it seems promising. We'll see. I'm going to drop you guys a review more like pretty soon, and I'll let you know. So, but it does, I will say, for what it's worth, it smoked a lot more than I thought it would, and that right there is mainly what you're looking for. The ability for it to smoke and have decent flavor, and that was its first cook. So I haven't even broken it in, nothing like that, and it had decent flavor come out of it, which is big props considering my pellet smokers, or our pellet smokers kind of sucked. But every grill's different, every smoker's different, everything's going to come out differently, and you guys just got to play around and figure out what you like, what you don't like, and you can always test and try. But anyway, last thing, I mean, we're wrapping up here, but got any stories or anything? Anything random? I mean, what else we got?
I mean, I have like maybe 1 or 2 stories I could try.
Could be anything, man.
I know like 1 year, this was like shortly after Christmas. It was snow, so like Great White Christmas. We went to my aunt's house.
Yeah.
She lives out in the country, like by a creek, has some like a fairly steep hills, great for sledding.
Yeah.
So little rocky, so like it's a bumpy ride. It is a bumpy ride down there.
It's rocky. It's like y'all were sledding down.
It's like got a couple rocks. It's like an old like crossing trail because she lives by a creek.
Okay.
But rocks come up out of the ground occasionally, because
they just grow like trees, right?
Yeah, basically.
They just grow like trees, man.
But so it was great. We're me and my brother and sister were doing it, have a good time. My aunt's dog sees us. She panics. She thinks that we're in trouble. Goes, drags me off the sled. She's a lab. Yeah.
Yeah.
And at the time, I don't know, maybe 10. So I'm not that big. She goes and like drags me off the sled because she's worried I'm going somewhere.
Dang, dude.
It's
wild.
Yeah, that was little scary.
Yeah, protective dogs, man.
Yeah.
I don't think I've been sledding in some years, even when I was a kid. Fun fact, I mean, this is, again, you guys will get to know me, but entrepreneurial spirit. Instead of sledding while I was a kid, I was out shoveling snow. I mean, 5 o'clock in the morning, 6 o'clock in the morning, as soon as I could get up and get out and go do it, late at night, whatever it took to start shoveling snow. And I used to think back then, when you grow up, money scales at a different rate, and I used to think back then when somebody paid me $20 for their driveway, I was like, mind blown, you know, like I was like, yeah, this is me raking in. And I mean, honestly, guys, I was doing pretty well for what it was as a 10-year-old, 8-year-old, 12-year-old, and pulling in a couple $100, $300, $400 in a day. Ain't bad. You know, that's a lot of hard work, but it ain't bad. So, yeah, man, Christmas time. Christmas time. I remember there's this one guy, he actually, on Chestnut, near where we lived, and he had a huge driveway. I don't even know what he paid us. I think it was like 40 or 50, maybe it was higher. I want to say, like, looking back at it, it's like, that's stupid low. Like, just for what people actually charge for it, it's so stupid low. I mean, obviously, I'm not upset about it or anything. I was a kid. What do we know? But, like, the price was just, like, huge driveway. Who knows how many square feet? Probably, like, 500 to 600 square feet, you know?
Oh, my goodness.
It was massive. You know, like, it was a full-on platform pull-in driveway. And I think my brother and I, we came out maybe $40 each. You know, like, and we're shoveling. Shovels, man. Like, and then you get the old sympathy pleas, like, the some people that, like, come out and help you with their crap because they're like, they know it's bad. And they're just like, all right, yeah, help me out, you know, like, whatever. So, good times, though. I haven't done that in a long time. I guess I'm glad not to anymore because that would kill my back. And try and stay in shape. But, yeah. Anything real world happening?
Right now?
Yeah.
Honestly, real world, not a lot. Just trying to learn now that I, like, you know, not in school. Just want to try to keep up, like,
Yeah.
delve more into software, like, improve my Chinese.
Yeah. Yeah, it's true, man. Yeah, Zach, one of the great things is, guys, Zach is currently going to school for engineering in Chinese because he's a freaking genius, if you couldn't tell. But more importantly, you know, he's just trying to be a learner, and that's one of the things that I strive to do all the time. And we'll see. I'm slowly converting him to a computer science guru. He thinks he's getting interested in it. Or so
Oh, yeah, that's fascinating. I don't know about guru. You know, I'm quite a ways from that.
You're getting there, man.
You know, one day maybe.
Slow steps, man. I honestly look back. Guys, for those of you who don't know, you're talking to, or you're listening to, I guess, a guy who did not know what a JPEG was less than 3 years ago. And I truly, truly mean it. I do think that there is this thing very similar to the 10,000 hour rule. You know, whether or not it is 10,000 hours is beside the argument. Whether or not there's a limit, you know, I do believe every one of us is limited in some aspect or another. But I've spent, in the past 3 years, I've spent maybe 30 days total. And I'll be generous. I spent 30. Nah, I can't even do that. I can't even go higher. I spent maybe 30 days total not fully working to the max. And by not fully working is what I was telling Zach the other day is like, I took 5 days off around Thanksgiving time of working, which meant I didn't work at all on software or planning or programming or learning or JavaScript or anything during the day. I only worked at night. And then by what I mean was I didn't have any massive projects in my face that I needed to get done, like a new online ordering thing or something like that for the restaurant or what have you. I didn't have anything massive in my face like that. So I just kind of chilled throughout the day and like spent time with family and things. And then at night I just kind of like poked around and fiddled around, did a little bit of exploring, tasting, you know, diving in here or there. Partly why I started this. But yeah, you know, so I spent ridiculous amounts of hours in the past 3 years alone just learning for this stuff. So it's the game. And, you know, it's a long road ahead for you, Zach. It's a long road ahead for me because I still know nothing, if I'm being honest. I mean, we both know in the world of internet.
Oh, yeah.
We know about zero. So it's scary. And if anybody out there is wondering, let me just tell you. I'll be the first to tell you. Hopefully I'm not, but I'll be the first. If you don't get with the internet's going to leave you. It's fact at this point. Corona has accelerated that 20x because now we're all adept to technology and what's going on and what's happening. And it's just fact of the matter. It's what it is, guys. Get with technology. Don't let it leave you behind. Next thing you know, you're going to be off in a creek somewhere. And don't, like, if it's not you, whatever. Like, I don't care. This is not me pushing you to it. I could give a crap less if you get on the train. All I'm saying is if you think that there's this fraction of this chance that it's not going to happen, you're lost. It's already happened. It's over. And it's what it is. You know? Mm-hmm. Man. So, yeah. We're wrapping up. We are wrapping up. I got 2 minutes left on that camera. But, I don't know if I want to tell another story. I can't even, I don't even know what else I got. I thought I had something earlier, but...
Yeah, I got nothing.
Got nothing. Well, cool. Well, anyway, maybe we'll keep going, maybe not. But anyway, social shout-outs. So if you don't follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, subscribe, please. That's hopefully where you're watching this video. But please hit those links right here, wherever. Maybe it's up here. I don't know. Hit those links, guys, and subscribe. We really appreciate it. Again, humble beginnings, humble starts, but we're trying to make this happen, and we're doing everything we can for you to make this right and make this real. And if there's some content that you guys would like to hear or expound upon or what have you, let us know. DM us, text us, or, DM us, comment, whatever the case might be. We'll be there. I'm live. Zach's here, co-host with Zach Spooner. We're here, all right? And we'd appreciate any kind of commentary and feedback we can. If you got a Christmas order today or yesterday, please let us know how everything went, and I'd be happy to hear that from you guys. So, but if you made it this far, last thing I want to say, we really appreciate you listening. I know Zach does, and we're just two kids that don't know anything trying to make it happen. So, but that's all I got for this time, guys. Zach, you got anything?
Nothing. Thanks for listening.
Yeah, guys, we really appreciate it. So that's all I got, and we'll see you next week. Peace.